Hey there, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. My name's James Michael, and I'm the founder of the Justified Talent Group, which is a collection of four boutique recruitment agencies. I kicked the first of the four off, called Justified Talent, in January of 2018. And I did that with an intention of bringing something just a little bit different to the recruitment market. Firstly, we specialize in helping small business owners to recruit their very first sales professional. So we're quite unique in that regard. But also the methodologies that we use to be able to kind of screen candidates and make sure that they're the right fit is a little different to what traditional recruiters do. As an example, we don't ask for resumes and we don't ask for cover letters. So since that time, we've worked with over 250 Australian small businesses to recruit that first sales professional. And as I say, we've also now grown the business such that there are 3 additional brands under the umbrella now that specialize and focus very, very clearly like Justified Talent has. And so there's been this ongoing commitment to doing things just a little bit differently. And that's one of the reasons why I've got this ad up at the moment and why hopefully you and I might have a bit of a conversation sometime soon. What I'm looking to do now is to bring on, and I'm going to call, for want of a better phrase at the moment, the title, a candidate relationship manager. The candidate bit is the bit that I don't like. I don't like talking about people as being candidates and applicants, and maybe between you and I we'll come up with a bit of term for that, but certainly it is about the relationship management piece, right? What I want to be able to do is, and right now we have over 5,000 people in our database, people who over the course of the last 4 years have applied for the various roles that we've advertised. And the role that you're taking a look at here is one where we want to engage with as many of those 5,000 as possible in a range of different ways, and have them feel as though they are part of a community, they're part of a group. And in particular, what I want them to feel very, very genuinely comfortable about is that we actually do have a level of care for them, that we want to help them, that it's not all just client-sided and client-biased. Obviously, we want to take good care of our clients, but we also want to take good care of those various people that have come into our database over time and provide them with a level of service and a level of understanding about what their career aspirations are that would go beyond more than just being, a bunch of people who are sitting in a database. So, the role is, as you've probably seen in the job ad, it can work from absolutely anywhere. It truly can. I mean, my one caveat will be that where you're working from does need to be safe for you. So, we'll have a bit of a conversation about what that means. So, I want to make sure that we're complying and not letting you work in an environment that might be risky for you and your health. But yeah, it's a work from anywhere role. It's a 4-day working week. So I want you to actually enjoy a long weekend every weekend. And I'm going to say to you right here, right now, we don't work Fridays. I don't want to work Fridays. I want you to have a long weekend every weekend. So it is a full-time job, but I'm wanting to kind of have that happen over the 4-day period. Having said that, again, though, I'm also going to point out that I actually don't really care what kind of hours you work. The hours really can genuinely suit you. So if you've got other things going on in your life, whether you've got kids or whether you've got elderly parents or you've just got stuff that you want to do, I'm actually cool with that, right? Everybody that works within the group at the moment is remote from me. Nobody works here with me. I'm located in Orange in the central west of New South Wales. And if you happen to be here as well, fantastic. You and I can catch up and have a coffee and a lunch at Anything Grows, or Benson's or something like that from time to time. But that's not necessary. If you're in Perth, if you're in Darwin, I really don't mind. And I also don't mind which hours that you work. What's more important to me is that we're actually achieving the outcomes that we agree to. Yeah. I also don't necessarily need you to have a background in recruitment, something around customer service. And by that, I don't really mean a checkout person at Woolies or Coles. I'm talking about somebody who's probably been on a telephone dealing with members or with clients and making sure that they're satisfied and happy with the service that they're receiving, those sorts of roles. If you've got that kind of background, I think that will really lend itself well. If you also happen to have an interest in, career progression, career planning, career, mapping and things of that nature, that'll be an absolute plus. But more than anything, what I'm really looking for is somebody who is really comfortable to get their teeth into the idea of building up a really good rapport with a group of people, over the course of a year, and getting a really great understanding of where are they wanting to go career-wise, and how can we assist with that. There's a whole range of different things that I've got in mind. There's Facebook groups, there's speakers, there's events and things of that nature that I've got in mind for those people who are our candidates at the moment. What will also be part of your role is that when people do apply, whether it's from our existing group or whether it's somebody new coming in and applying for a role, I want you to be their first point of contact. I want you to be able to acknowledge their application, get onto the phone to them the day that they apply so that they know that they've been acknowledged, have a conversation with them about what the role is about and where things are going, and all that kind of thing. It's almost like a triage call, if you like. There's absolutely no selling involved in the role whatsoever. I don't want you to have to be selling anything to anybody. It really is much, much more of a relationship management role. It's about a customer satisfaction kind of role, if you like. Hopefully some of that has made some sense. Obviously, there's a little bit more detail in the job ad itself, so have a read of that. And if you like the sound of it, I really do encourage you just to throw your hat in the ring. Two things will come out of that. Obviously, number one, you're actually applying for the role, and that's great, and that'll be exciting. But number two, as a consequence of doing that, you're also going to experience what our process is that anybody who applies for a role goes through with us, because it is just a little bit different to the traditional kind of application process that you might have experienced. So hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully that's appealed to you in some way. If it has, click on the Apply Now button. Spend a little bit of time building a bit of a profile with us. We're going to ask you to also undertake a little self-assessment that's going to give me insights into your hardwired nature. And I will acknowledge your application. Every one of you that throw your hat in the ring, you will be acknowledged, and every one of you will also learn the outcome of your application. So thanks very much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to meeting you sometime in the not too distant future. Cheers. Bye.